that I know how to edit just a little bit with my MacBook, it's great to be able to put some of the old interviews online, and one of the favourites is definitely Jake LaMotta. Here is Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci in a classic scene about Jake in the movie Raging Bull.
Forget about it, I ain't doing it. Come on, we have fights all the time. When you're worried, now you're gonna hit me in the face. Hit me in the face. Go ahead. No, what are you afraid? Afraid of what? Come on, don't be a little faggot. Come on, hit me. I ain't a faggot. Take it by shotgun. Come on, Jack, huh? You gotta be a real jerk when I punch you in the face. Hey, Joey, did I not tell you just to do it? Now I'm telling you, you gotta do it. I ain't hitting you. Hey, I'm your older brother, Joey. I'm telling you something. I know what you said. I ain't doing it. I don't care if you get mad. I ain't doing it. Fucking nut. Not doing it. I don't have any gloves anyway. What did I hit you with? Table? I ain't doing it. Who's down over there? What? Use that. Wrap it around your hand. How many times I gotta tell you? Not too many more. Go ahead. Alright, go ahead. You want me to hit you? I want you to do everything you got. I want you to fucking lay me out. Go ahead. You sure? Go ahead. Hard. Yeah? You throw a punch so I can take it up the edge. Come on. Harder. 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 That's hard. What the fuck? What do you want? Take it off. Ah, oh, come on. You wanna stop now? That's enough. Come on. Come on. Around. Come on. Hey, good, huh? I'm gonna smack you again. Throw it again. It's enough. It's enough. Hard. Nah, your fucking cuts are open and everything. What are you trying to prove? What does it prove?
Yeah, so it's definitely one of the best films ever made. De Niro just rocked it. Raging Bull by Martin Scorsese, and here is some footage of the real thing in action. Two legends, Jake LaMotta and Sugar Ray Robinson. And check out what the commentator says shortly about the records. These guys are legends.
For his one loss to LaMotta in 1943, Robinson is unbeaten in 82 straight bouts. He's had 127 fights, winning 120, 78 by knockout with 2 draws. LaMotta's record is 95 fights. He won 51 by decision, 28 by KO, losing 13, and has been knocked out once. Jake fought 2 draws. The end of round 1 and a vote for LaMotta.
Yeah, so it's just absolutely crazy looking back to see how this whole day worked out meeting Jake. I'd actually called him from Australia, and that morning I was hanging out with Anthony. We met Isabel Rosario Dawson's mum randomly, and then when Anthony found out we were meeting Jake, he wanted to come as well, so this is what happened.
Alright, well, we're about to go up and interview Jake LaMotta. We're in his lift, his apartment, and we're a bit late, we're half an hour late, and it's hot as hell. It's going to be exciting though, it's going to be good. It should be, if he's in a good mood, I'm hoping he is.
And the answer to that would be no. Jake freaked out when he saw 3 of us at the door, and that made me really, really nervous, and he seemed to be in a bad mood. And then I think he thought there was no sound being recorded.
In my house for nearly 20 years, and I read it cover to cover as a kid, being a fight fan and all that time. And Jake is in here, the all-time greats of boxing. Page 74.
You got a machine and putting these words down and you just remembering by ear.
Yeah.
As you're writing it down?
Yeah, just going with the flow.
You know, you're going to forget what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I talk fast and you're going to screw it up.
So that's how it started. It was just a really, really hard interview, probably the hardest one I've done so far, but a real honour to sit there with a legend and particularly to ask him about what it was like back in New York in his day.
When you're poor, you're poor, no matter when you're brought up. So we lived in poverty. So it's the same today as it was years ago. Poverty is poverty. What else is new about it?
Yeah.
What else is new?
Not much, but just the actual time.
You asked my attitude, I was very happy. I didn't know, I thought everybody was like that. You know, I thought the whole world was like that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun when I was a kid. Starving, but we managed to grab food from the push cars, from the wagons, from the stuff like that. We managed to grab food to survive, but it was fun doing it.
Yeah, I can only imagine some of the stories from back then, but it was pretty cool to ask him how the boxing came about.
That's how when I was a little kid, 8 years old, started fighting in the streets.
Were you scared at first?
Huh?
Were you scared at first?
No, it came natural.
Yeah.
It came natural. I had to survive, and I managed to survive. The others didn't manage to survive, but they ended up doing something else.
So things were starting to warm up, and we got the camera issue solved.
Get a tape recorder. Put it on a tape recorder.
So we got it on here. It's taped.
Oh, you got a tape recorder.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. I thought you was just right out there. No, you got a tape recorder.
We're taping it, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely did not want to upset the Raging Bull, but one of the things I really wanted to ask him was what he thought of boxing today as opposed to when he was rocking it.
Not because it was my era, but that happens to be the greatest era of all times, boxing.
Yeah.
But today, they become champions very quickly, and they get 20, 30 fights, they're champions. They retire with 40 fights, 50 fights the most. And they don't last that long.
Yeah.
But in my day, they all had over 100 fights. I had over 100 fights, and the guys, Sugar Ray Robinson had over 100 fights. And all these guys had over 100 fights. They had a lot of experience. And there's only 8 champions. Today you have over a couple of hundred champions. Yeah. Over 100 champions.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's ridiculous. They take the interesting thing about it away. They're not making it exciting. Because I don't know if there's one champion today.
They certainly don't make him like Jake anymore, but he not only was a middleweight champion of the world in a great era, but later on he became a stand-up comedian.
You know, I do comedy.
I read about you doing comedy.
Oh yeah, I do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I do it all over.
Yeah.
Do
you find that it comes
and,
from...
you know, when I fight in the ring, I'm throwing punches, and there are thousands of people watching me. So the only thing is, instead of throwing punches, I'm using my voice. And I'm making people happy, they entertain themselves, and they seem to be funny. I got the knack for it. You know? And I enjoy it, and I get a big thrill out of it. When I do a good job, I get a big thrill.
Yeah. What do you...
When I was very young, I started fighting amateur. Had a great body, and I was proud of my body. When I entered the ring, I took off my robe, I was prancing around the ring, showing my body to everyone. Everybody was yelling and screaming. Women were fainting. I forgot to put my trunks on. Then I threw a left, a right, a left, a right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
And you're naked.
Then my opponent came into the ring. He was a different type of fighter. He was good.
Yeah.
Right away he started to feel me. When I saw this, I outsmarted him, and I started to feel him. Then I started to enjoy it. I said to myself, what are we fighting about? This is better than fighting. See, I'm doing things like that.
That's cool. What would you say that you would enjoy more? Would you enjoy the feeling of winning a fight, winning a big fight, or being up in front of people and doing a good show?
Both.
Yeah.
But the more important is winning a championship, boxing and all that, the ring. That's very important.
Yeah.
But a different type of feeling. That was what manual feeling.
Yeah.
This was a feeling to make other people happy.
Yeah.
And I'm making people happy, and it's making me happy. And that's the difference.
So there's a softer side to the great man, and one of the things I wanted to ask him at the end was what was going through his mind just before the big fight.
You don't hear these things, you don't feel these things.
Just ready to go.
You got your own mind, you got one train of thought, you're waiting to get in the ring and do your job. You're distracted from everything else.
So there he is, the Raging Bull, Jake Lamotta, filmed in his apartment in New York City for the first trip away filming for The Web Show in 2002. Hope you liked it.